So just last week, Netflix released a brand new movie called The Killer. This movie's from David Fincher, the man who brought us Seven and Fight Club and Gone Girl and loads of other movies. Social Network, that's another one. And it also starred Michael Fassbender, who's a damn good actor. He's Irish, mostly. And on top of that, it's about a hitman. So it has all the ingredients it needs to be a great movie. However, it's a Netflix movie. And if you've been on this channel before, you know I've one saying here on this channel: Netflix simply don't make good movies. I don't know why I said it like that. It was kind of weird phrasing. But I was really looking forward to this movie. It looked really cool in the trailer. It's got a great director behind it who's made some great movies. He of course made Mank as well, which I didn't think was great a few years ago for Netflix. But he's made some damn good movies down the years. Some good actors in there as well. It's got everything it needs, as I already mentioned, to be a great movie. So why isn't it? Now, it's not a bad movie per se. It's an alright movie. It was an okay watch, and I even saw Guillermo del Toro on Twitter wax lyrical about how great the movie was. Some people are going to really enjoy this movie. It's exactly their type of movie. If you like stories that are very predictable and a bit stupid, you're probably going to like this movie. So the whole premise at the beginning is that Michael Fassbender is this super assassin. You see him waiting and preparing for his hit. You see him training. You hear his inner monologue, and it's a pretty cool setting right at the beginning of the movie. It's a really cool tone to the movie, as you'd expect with a David Fincher movie. And then it comes to the hit. And this is kind of the MacGuffin of the story that makes everything work. The hitman fails. He misses his target because he chooses that the perfect time to try to assassinate someone is when they're getting a lap dance from someone, which makes no sense at all. If you're a trained hitman, you're going to pick your moment perfectly. You're not going to waste a breath. Snipers don't take chances like that. So when he chose to take his shot right when a woman was dancing in front of his target, it didn't make any sense whatsoever. Of course, it has to happen for the story to happen. But even still, he hits the woman instead of his target. Why doesn't he just take another shot? Because he's right there. It's already lined up anyway. Just pull the trigger second time. Story over. That's why that doesn't happen. So we end up with a hitman who's missed his target, and he ends up running away, and then the people come for his family or his loved ones, and then he goes after them for coming after his loved ones. It's a very basic story on the face of it. And this movie is also littered with product placement, which isn't a big thing usually, but when they throw it in your face, it's always really annoying. Like there's a line near the start of the movie about the simplicity of a McDonald's burger, and then he eats a McDonald's burger. Yours a key fob copier from Amazon, and then clearly goes and collects it from a big booth that says Amazon on it, or a load of lockers that say Amazon on them, which is quite surprising for a Netflix movie. And there's been various things throughout this movie with major product placement in it, which isn't usually a major thing, but they really throw it in your face in this movie. And the movie has some interesting action, some interesting fight scenes. I don't think there's anything too memorable in it. I kept thinking throughout this movie how it's a weird mix of the Hitman video games, which are pretty damn good video games, and John Wick, just with Michael Fassbender playing the assassin instead of John Wick. You know, he's a super good assassin who can beat everybody, who nobody can track, and he doesn't leave any signs behind. He's just a lamer John Wick. But overall, I think The Killer has the same problem that all the other Netflix movies have. They're very forgettable. This is a movie that's not going to stand the test of time. It's certainly not going to be one of David Fincher's better movies. In a year's time, the majority of people are going to forget this movie even exists. And that's the thing with Netflix movies overall, regardless of who they get to direct them or who they get to be in them, there's just not enough effort put in to make really good movies. Now, we do have hope that that's going to change with the upcoming Rebel Moon, which comes out just before Christmas, but I'm still hesitant because even some of Zack Snyder stuff on Netflix hasn't been the best. So The Killer was an okay movie in my opinion. Some people are going to love it, some people are going to hate it. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below. But the question remains, will Netflix ever make a good movie? I'm starting to think the answer is no. More than likely not.